Hey everyone, welcome back to the Alehorn's Unsleeved for December 2024. I know it's been a while. It was hard to show off stuff while the storm recovery was going on. It made you feel guilty for having a place to sleep and ability to buy stuff and store it when so many people got lost their homes and living in hotels and stuff while their homes get fixed. So yeah, I took a little bit of a hiatus just for a personal reasons of that nature, but I have a lot of stuff I've accumulated, so it's time to do a supersized edition. It should make up for last 2 months of unsleeved material. So I'll just go ahead and get started with the main one first. I went to see Maiden back in November, I think November 14th in Charlotte. Little did anyone know it was Nico's last tour, so I'm glad I spent a little bit of money on souvenirs and whatnot. So we'll go ahead and get started with what I got from the merch tables because they have quite a few there selling different stuff. So the first thing I got was this Maiden poster, Future Past World Tour. So I will hang this behemoth somewhere. That was $20, and then I also bought with the same artwork this tour program, which again I'm glad I did because being Nico's last tour. Here's the back of it. Cool thing about this is it's not just a regular program. Yeah, I mean it has a lot of stuff in it, obviously, but it keeps folding until finally you get this big huge poster inside. So yeah, I was pretty stoked about that after I started messing around with it. When I first bought it, I thought it was just gouged for the sake of gouging, and it still is. But again, Nico's last tour. I'm glad I got some stuff, for the memories. Thank you, Nico, for all you've done for everybody. So last thing from the Maiden show. Actually, not the last thing, but I've misplaced one piece. But of course, you gotta get a Maiden shirt when you go to a show, because why else would you go really to hear music? No, just kidding. Of course, hear music. So this was like the third to last show on the U.S. leg of the tour, and it was pretty close to the end of the whole tour, also. So, and then when you went in the doors, they gave you this little card, and it's like a chance to win stuff. I already scratched it off, and I was told that I won 20% off my first order at the Maiden store with this code. So I didn't win anything, but it's still pretty cool. They were giving away like signed prizes and stuff on these little cards. And the card's pretty high quality. It's like credit card material stuff. So yeah, I'll stick this somewhere. And again, thanks for the memories, Nico. I kind of look forward out of curiosity to see what the fill-in drummer sounds like. And hopefully Nico can record one more album before they call it quits. Because I do believe one more is probably going to be it for the band, unfortunately. But the way they tour, they'll probably be around for another 10 years because they tour a lot off past material, um, which they're actually going out next year on a 50-year anniversary tour with the first 9 albums only, which is pretty cool. I hope that makes it to the U.S. In 26. Okay, next up is I played a show back in November at a place called Slygrog Lounge with a band that we haven't played with in a while called Tombstone Highway. They're a self-professed obsessed fanboy band, hence the name Tombstone Highway off from the SF song. I traded shirts like NFL players traded jerseys, so I got this cool Tombstone Highway shirt from them. So thanks Tyler and the guys for hooking me up on that. Fun show, by the way. It's been a while since we played on a real stage, which is a band my size. Real stages are always something to write home about. Next up, actually yesterday from recording this, I stopped in a used bookstore that sells books, CDs, records, comics, some collectibles, stuff like that. And looking through the metal selection, which was not very big, I found this I Hear Black CD, first pressing on Atlantic, actually. So this is their 93 album. This is in the era that the self like the big boys put out their notable albums, Black Album, Rust in Peace, Seasons. So this is Overkill's contribution to the early '90s metal. What do you call it? Era. And Overkill's always been an underrated band, so this album obviously didn't make waves like the other ones I mentioned did. But nonetheless, I really like this album. I never had it because they went out of print. So this is the first pressing on Atlantic. And yeah, finally got it. So my Overkill albums on CD are almost complete. I only like three, and they're all like late '80s, mid '90s releases. I still look for. All right, up next, I went to a show about a week ago. Saw Howling Giant and a band called Mars Red Sky from France. So I actually was going to order this next month, but lo and behold, it was on their merch table. So I went ahead and just picked it up. It's the Howling Giant debut EP reissue. I'll pull the plastic off so a little clearer. So yeah, it has the foil cover on it. On the back, it has the 4 original songs, some demos, and then a new demo of the Yummy 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 cover from like the band from like the pop band from the '60s. I'm not sure who the band was, but I know the song is from the '60s because I was told. So here is the insert one side, and then here's the other side. I haven't read it yet. It's lyrics and thank yous with some old pictures of the band. And then I also, while I was there, got the swirl variant. So here's the color of it, the splatter. So there is that. It's cool stuff. One of these days I will get up there and listen to some records because I'm way behind because my kids don't like it loud, and I gotta listen to my records loud. At least the first time, you know. Okay, up next. This is the last thing I got, which is one of my favorite things I've bought in a while. But this is the new Opeth album, Last Will and Testament. The new drummer on here is phenomenal. I will say this is probably the drum performance of the year. I can't pronounce his name because he's Finnish, and like my tongue just doesn't twist into those kind of words, the heavy European names. So I'll just leave it as the new drummer. I think he's like 30 years old. He played in Paradise Lost. If you're interested in what I'm talking about, he has some drum playthrough videos for songs 1 and 3 called Paragraph 1 and 3. And they're like a master class of like precision and, just raw talent. It's quite amazing, actually. It makes me feel very inadequate what I can do on drums. So, so yeah, nothing special, just the black vinyls. Here's the band photo. New guy is here, in case you're wondering. If you're not an Opeth fan, I would recommend listen to this anyway because it's a heavy duty concept album. Like it's almost like a stage play, I would say. The lyric sheet is actually a poster. So the lyrics sheet is this over here. And the concept story is in the 1900s in Europe somewhere. Uh, there is a rich matriarch who is giving away all his stuff, and the lyrics are each paragraph. Got 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. The lyrics are actually on the will. That's what they're singing. So there's like different characters and stuff in this. It's a pretty wild concept. There's growling in it again, which a lot of people are like hung up about. I really never cared. I've liked everything they've done, pretty much to beginning to the current day. Growling or not, I think it's all pretty incredible stuff. But yeah, so Ian Anderson from Jethro Tull guest on it, does some narrating, does some flute solos and stuff like that. It's a really deep concept album. It really helps to have the lyrics to understand what's going on in the story, obviously. But if you're interested in stuff like that, I would definitely check it out. It's about 50 minutes long. So if you got like a semi-long trip or you're going holiday shopping and know you're going to be in some traffic jams, this is a good one to put on. Especially if you could just like kind of half concentrate on listening to it while you sit in traffic. I don't think it'll disappoint you. It might bore you if you're not into that kind of stuff because, like I said, there's a lot of musical interludes and mellow parts mixed in with the heavy and death metal and stuff like that. But yeah, I highly recommend this album. I really like it. If the Grand Megas album hadn't come out this year, it would have been my album of the year for sure. Which I actually have that album upstairs. I'll throw it on the next Unsleeved, just so I can show it off. But so yeah, that's all I got for this month. This supersized edition of December's Alehorn Unsleeved. Before I go, doing little things different here. I'm just gonna put this on the screen. This is a download code for Horseburner's Voice of Storms. It made my top 5, which you can watch the Metal Forge episode of top 5 releases of 2024. So here it is. If you can, let's see if you can read that. The website is bandcamp.com/yum. The code is EXQN V8K4. If you claim it, leave a comment down below to make sure that people know that it's been taken. And thanks, Horseburner, for an excellent album. And I hope you don't mind doing away a digital copy for free. Please, if you do take this, go buy something from them, whether it be their digital catalog or a vinyl or CD, just something. Help the boys out and just be shown why West Virginia is actually the best Virginia while this band is around. So yeah, guys, that's all I got. And, I should be more regular next year now that everything's kind of getting back to normal. As of recording this, a major thoroughfare through town is opening back up tomorrow. That got washed away back in late September. So things are slowly starting to get back to normal. And if you're in the area and watching, hope everything's good for you. And if you're in a tent, please stay warm out there. Don't be ashamed to take any assistance offered to you. Remember, the storm wasn't your fault. It was just a freak of nature, and everyone got affected one way or the other. So until next time, guys, stay safe, stay heavy, stay metal, and we will see you next time.
For 45 years and keeping Louisville weird, Electric Ladyland has been there for all your eccentricities. While they do offer the best smoking supplies out on the market today, there's a whole lot more to check out. From ashtrays and blacklight posters, to records, incense and burners, and items to stock your metaphysical supply. They're open from 10 to 10, 7 days a week. Located at 2325 Bardstown Road in Louisville, Kentucky, and at electricladyland420.com. Roll out.